In my last video, I made a 2x10 watt stereo amplifier, which I prototyped on double-sided copper-clad board at home. And now I've had the actual PCBs made, and I've received them from China, and it took just over 2 weeks to get them through. I use a slow postage system which comes through Royal Mail, and so this is them. And in this video I'll show a speaker system which I've put together through 3D printing a cabinet or cases for the two speakers, and I've assembled these PCB, a couple of these PCBs, and I'll demonstrate the actual speaker system in use. So this is actually one of the boards which I've transferred, basically the components from the boards which I'd prototyped, and put them onto these boards. So they go together nicely. And just as a throwback, this is a LM386 amplifier, which is the amplifiers I was using before, and you can get up to 2 watts out of these. So this is the PCBs which I've made up, and it can take an STA540 stereo amplifier. These can actually be configured as quadraphonic amplifiers as well, but this is in stereo abridged mode. This is 2x10 watts. Also, it can take a TDA266, I think that is, which is a mono amplifier. Well, I use the mono version of it, which is a 1x7 watt bridged amplifier. But also with those TDA7266s can also come in stereo form as well, which I haven't checked, but we could probably put that in this board as well. So this is the design of the speaker case in FreeCAD. FreeCAD I find is fantastic for doing 3D printing modelling. My 3D printer has a very limited bed size, so it has to be quite a small model. But I've done the front grille, and I've done a speaker case where I've got a tube coming around the back, just so that there's no pressure building up inside the case, and it allows the speaker to freely move forward and backward. So the speaker loops round and comes out the bottom. I also punched some holes for volume knob, power in, audio in, and speaker out, because it's a stereo speaker. So I printed 2 of these, one for the left speaker, one for the right speaker. So these are the speakers I'm using. They're Eagle L018A speakers, and they're 10 watt speakers, and I've got the wire going through the bottom of the case there, and they're pretty decent chunky speakers. Because I've got a stereo bridge amplifier which is 2x10 watts, these are perfect for what I have. So this is the pair of speaker cases. So I've got the amplifier in this one, so I've got the volume control on the front, and you can see the speakers inside the case. I've got a little grill to prevent anyone touching the actual speakers themselves. Power in is here, audio in there. I've got an output from speaker 1 to the second speaker, and that comes in here. I've printed them exactly the same case for both of them. I could have just copied the design, and I made the design without the holes for the jack sockets and everything, but I thought I'll just be quicker just to print it. I'm not too bothered about that. And the actual amplifier itself slots in the back here, and I've put a little copper heatsink on there. They don't actually get that hot at fairly high volume levels, but I think for maximum volume you definitely need a heatsink on them. And just as an example, I've got another amplifier here, and it actually fits perfectly in the case there, and that's just perfect. That's just from accident. I didn't actually design it to deliberately put it in here. After I designed the actual speaker cases and printed them out, the PCB just happens to slot perfectly in that slot there. And finally, a demonstration of the sound. So I'll start a DVD on my computer. So the sound can be turned right down to nothing. There it goes very loud indeed.